Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. Right, it does strange things. I don't technically need to go and tip this out right now. We could just wait for the combine to finish, but then we'll get bored sitting and waiting. This way. And there we have it. So, our very first barley going into storage. Now, if we got 5,000 litres in here, I don't know how much the chickens eat. We'll have to wait for the next hour to tick on past, and then we can see how much they will be eating. Because I'm not doing anything with the barley, you got the seasonal fluctuations in here. So that bit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they sell for, because we'll be turning all of that into flour anyway. Flour is in December, so none of this is going to the mill at the moment. We're not going to be sending that to the mill at the moment. It's just going to stay where it is. I've only got 584 litres. Oh! When I was talking about the fuel being delivered, like whether or not I was doing the right thing having it delivered to the farm, I mean, I personally think that I was doing the right thing having it delivered to the farm, but I did feel that some people might not like that because they might not feel that it's in keeping with the hardcore series. However, it was pointed out by quite a number of you that, well, actually, that is quite a normal thing to have your fuel delivered, because unless you've got a very special license for being able to cart large quantities of fuel around, yeah, you ain't having, you ain't going to be able to just rock on up to a fuel depot and load yourself up with a large tanker of fuel and cart it off. You ain't doing that without a special license, and that special license costs a lot of money, so you ain't even going to be getting that special license and having the special vehicle in order to tow your fuel around unless you've got not only a special license but also a special trailer. Now, you can get a small fuel bowser that you use on farm, and you take it from the farm silo, the farm diesel tank, and you can cart it out to your field and you can fill up your vehicles. I don't know if you are now required to have a special license to move that around. I'm assuming you probably do to take it out on the road, but I don't know. Maybe if it's under a certain quantity, you're alright. But those are typically a very small fuel bowser, and it's just not going to be worth your time. If you're taking that out to fuel up your vehicles once a day, you're only really going to be carrying enough around to fuel up your vehicles. It's not worth going off to a fuel station or a fuel depot in order to be able to go and get that. You want a lot more in your on-farm tank. So realistically, you wouldn't go and get your own fuel. Long story short, it's a rather unrealistic thing to go and get your own fuel and bring it to your farm and do it that way. That's not something that people would do. So having it delivered via my delivery point, purchase point that I've got on the tank up there that we went and built, that is quite a normal thing. That's a perfectly acceptable, normal thing for us to go and do, and we wouldn't really be expecting to do it any other way. We're very, very nearly finished here, which means that we'll be able to go and get the baling underway. Curious to see how much we're going to get from all this baling. We've got the bit in here, and then we've also got that bit in there. When does oats go? So the barley is really early. When we got that one planted nice and early last year. We must have planted that in August. September. We got that one in quick. Then our next one to harvest is going to be the oat. Now, I think I planted the oat in April rather than in March. Yes, it was April. We were rolling it in April. So the oat is not going to be ready until August. The canola, we can potentially harvest that either in July or in August. It depends if we planted it in August or September. I think the canola was planted in August, in which case that will be harvested next month. You are finished. We have 2,700 litres in there. I'm just going to tip that straight. Well, I say I'm going to tip it straight in here. I don't know if I can. I'm going a minute. Let's go on up this way. On round there. Yes, I can. Excellent. So that is going to leave us with... Where are you? Drop there. Go on up. Let's wait for that to finish running. 7,811 litres of barley to last us for 1 year. Is it going to be enough? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that. Now, because we haven't finished the harvest, you wouldn't normally go and hose down your combine after just doing one bit of your harvest. That would actually genuinely be an unusual thing to go and do. We can fold the combine back up again, like that. And we will park it out here. And then it is ready and raring to go for the canola over there next month. And I say next month, that's actually in a few days' time. So you wouldn't normally be hosing down a combine at such short notice. So this trailer here, as we're going to be using that one again fairly soon for the canola. I'm just going to bring that one around here like this, and I'm going to park that one there. And then I'm going to go and get the baler. And unfortunately that trailer doesn't go directly behind it, but I will use that trailer to do the gathering of the bales as opposed to using the other one. We've got a rake there that we can use. Raking 2 rows into one if that's what we want to do, but I don't think we need to worry about that. I think we'll just... we need to unfold the baler. It's very high on this tractor. But then the PTO is very high on this tractor as well. This tractor is weird, and it does weird things with our machinery. It shouldn't be looking like that at all. That is messed up. But, I mean, it works. Hopefully it will still pick up the straw off the ground. Yeah, it does that as well. So it at least is working and doing what it's supposed to do, even if it's looking a little bit peculiar. I can live with that. And then once we've gotten a bit more money, we'll be able to go back to getting it. This is where the problem is going to start coming in. See? Right. That definitely ain't supposed to be happening. That's because the tractor is not very well designed. Alright, the more I use this mod, I mean, I like the... Initially, I liked this tractor. I like this mod, but the more I use it, the less I like it. There's issues with this tractor, and I'm not happy with them. I'm just not happy with the way this tractor works, and the issues we're getting. And the problem is, the bit that spoils it for me is that these aren't issues that you would get in a real-life tractor. Right, I've got a lower hitch right there, so this is not a... This isn't a problem with the tractor itself, like a real-life issue. This is a problem with a badly made mod. Now, overall, most of the mod is fairly reasonable, but it's these little details like this, forcing that hitch up onto the top with the PTO up above like that, with the angle of it. That's just a badly made mod. And I have said this before, I don't like criticizing mods very much because I can't make mods at all, so I genuinely don't like to criticize mods. But at the same time, that's badly made. Right? There's no two ways about it. That is a bad mod. Which makes me want to go and have a look at the tractors again and see if we've got any alternative options that I can hop to. I'm wondering about taking out a loan to replace our tractor, because this thing is so awful. I'm seriously considering a loan to get an alternative cheap tractor that we can just kind of like muddle along with. A lot of you don't like that one, which also has issues. So I got two tractors that have both got issues. I mean, yes, they are cheaper than any of the others. Oh, someone did point out that I should definitely be keeping a closer eye on sales, and... Okay. I did not expect that. I genuinely did not expect a beige John Deere. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, I love the black John Deere. I am loving that. 45,000. What's the engine setups? 144, so 155. Goes up a bit. Right, it's 45,000 euros there if I was to go and get that. Half off. Oh, this is tempting. Can we make this work? Let me crunch some numbers here a minute. As has been pointed out previously, the trees that we have around are kind of like our bank. Now, there are a few trees left that we could still cut down, but I got rid of the... let's shut you off a second. I got rid of the bale loader. The log loading trailer, which several of you pointed out would probably be a stupid thing to go and do. So at the moment, we are a bit low on immediate cash. It's a slight issue that we've got going on there. If I was to keep one of these tractors, so if I keep this one, if I keep the torpedo and we get rid of that one, because this one's worth more, right? That gives me 22,000. With the 6,000 that we've got here already, that gives me 27,000. So I need to be able to get another 20 grand in order to make this work. In order to be able to get that last, to get this tractor in here that is on sale. I really love, well, the tan is nice, but I actually prefer the look of that. The engine setup, we've got potential another 5,000 euros would get us a 155 horsepower tractor. This is 144. So it's not a powerful tractor that we're getting. The tractor that we have at the moment, this one here is 180 horsepower and this one's 170. So we're downgrading yet again. But we've got a tractor that I feel would be a lot more versatile, and the Fiat on here would still be useful for doing... Actually, no, we're getting rid of the Fiat. So the torpedo would still be useful for some things. Potentially, we may end up having to downgrade our plow, but I was thinking that we might wind up having to do that anyway, so it's not really going to be a huge amount of difference. But then, where do I get the remaining money from? This is a very big and very important question. Where am I getting the rest of that money from? If I get 27,000 here, potentially maybe 28,000, I need 45. Color 1,500. Well, I can go with that color or I can go with beige. I'm not spending 1,500, so we can go with the standard John Deere green, or we go. Let's go with the beige John Deere because I've never used that. The rim color will, yeah, we'll leave that as the yellow. License plates matter. No GPS. Engine will stay as it is. So what's? Oh, there is no additional options on there. So that's 44,000 we need for that. Wide tyres. I'd probably want wide tyres if we could afford them. Twins. We've got full narrows. Standards. We'll go with standards for now. Configuration. Well, a 3-point on the front would be absolutely invaluable, but that's an additional 5 grand, which is expensive. Maybe we could change that over later. But there's no front weight, which does make things difficult. So everything makes things difficult. But we're looking at nearly 50,000, and I'm only halfway there, so we're going to need money somehow, some way. The plough we have is 14. That leaves about 10,000 that we still need to find. I could, in theory, get rid of the hay wagon because we have another trailer now that we can do. But I was saying that I wanted to keep the hay wagon because that's the hay wagon. So we kind of want to use that one for doing that. And none of the rest of it is stuff that I can genuinely part with. Like, if I sell the plow, I've got to buy another one back at some point. I'm running out of money here. But these tractors have infuriated me beyond belief because of bad design. That's just bad design. There's no two ways about it. That's just bad. It's not done right at all. Right? There's no reason to have that. Right? There are so many mods that come out. So many tractor mods, so many different vehicle mods. And you can clearly see where the PTO is on there. So why is that tractor forcing the hitch further up on the back of the tractor? That is bad design. I'm not happy with that at all. I'm not pleased with that at all. So you're going to go there and sit there in shame. Again, we got bad design on this one. It's another one that is poorly designed. I like the roar of the tractor. It's really nice, but it does wear thin pretty quickly, doesn't it? So the front weight, at least, that one's going to stay here. Now that rake, in theory, we don't need that rake, except, oh, I'll tell you what, we will take the front weight with us because I'm going to take that plow with us as well. Because that plow is essentially becoming too big for anything that we've got here, so we'll end up getting a different plow. So I'll fold that one up. We just filled this tractor up with fuel and now we're selling it. That's alright. We're going to sell this lot. We won't sell that front weight. That one will stay and it'll be used by the new tractor. And I'm going to do something that I did say I wasn't doing, and it's one of the rules that I'm not doing, but I'm doing it because I've sort of wound up, due to circumstances beyond my control, I've wound up with tractors that are badly designed mods rather than tractors that are causing problems that you would expect from real life issues. If, say, the tractor that we bought is just a little bit too weak to be coping with the plow, that sort of thing, that's down to me. That's down to my bad choices. That's down to, we've got to find a way to cope with that within the bounds of what we're doing. Yes, I'm really working hard to justify me getting rid of this tractor, and, well, you have all been asking me to get rid of this tractor quickly. And yes, I could sell both tractors and a plow, and I could easily cover the cost of the new tractor, but that means we've only got one tractor working, and when we're doing our work in the field, when we want to be cultivating and getting the next crop in the ground as quickly as we can, it's going to make life very tedious. We've then got to sit and watch all of that happening, and that's not something that I want to do. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm just going to switch over. I'm going to lower that front weight down. I'm going to unhitch it there. And we'll see if this tractor can make it with the plow. It can, so long as we scrape the plow along the ground and completely and utterly destroy the yard for them. I'm sure they won't mind. They're very forgiving around here because of the money we spend. Right, let's turn off that terrible racket. This is the end of this tractor. This tractor is going now. Look at this. Okay, so we're going to repaint that one for 3,800. So we got 15,340 for that one. Yep. And another 97 there. That now takes us up to 19,690, which is more. So that's good. Yep. Okay, so we're on 22,501. 24 there, so we're actually looking at 46,500. 46,500. Let's do the repaint and the repair. And sell. 47,000. That is enough money. I don't actually need to go and take out any loan. I will have to go and buy back a plow. I accept that. That is just something that we're going to have to do. But we do get a beige John Deere, which is a new one on me. I don't, unfortunately, have the money for that. I'm shy on that by just 2,000, so we're going to go without, but we'll be all right without that one to start off with. The rest of it is just going to stay as standard, and that still leaves us with a little bit of money. So we're going to buy this one in, 43,943. Excellent. That is fantastic. There's nothing else that I want to buy in here. This one here is animal transport. Very small. It's only 3 cows, 5 pigs, or 5 sheep. Very small one, that is. All right. A brand new tractor. We were able to do it, although we have no plough now, which is not necessarily a good thing. Although I'm not... Oh, he's nippy. I like this. Look at this. Oh, he's nippy and responsive. Tight turning circle. That's what I'm talking about. We're cooking on gas now. Right. Yes, we still need 2 tractors to be able to work the fields, but we're getting there. Okay, so that's repair on that one. The repair cost on this one is 1,200, which I can do. And I'll also repair the front weight while we're at it. It's good to keep things maintained. Oh, this is beautiful. This is... If this one doesn't work properly on that baler, I'm just going to cry. I'm just going to break down and cry. So I don't have a GPS on this one, but I do have a GPS on the torpedo if we need it. But we're not going to need that for a little while. And before we go buying any more land... before we're in a position to buy any more land, we'll be able to get the GPS on this one if we need it, that sort of thing. So I don't think we need to worry about that. Oh, this is so much better. This was absolutely the right decision to make. I'm already impressed with this one. And it's a beige John Deere. I know a lot of you don't like green, but the fact that this John Deere is beige, I'm sure that many of you will be quite pleased with that. So you can just pretend that we don't actually have a John Deere here. That's what you can do. You can just pretend that we don't have John Deere. Let's just bring that. Bring it in, people. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's a thing of beauty there. Let's get the front weight taken off. We'll run that one up to the top. Take off this front weight, and then we can start getting to work in the field with it. I'm so pleased with this. I am absolutely delighted that we now have this tractor. This is 100% the right choice. The only slight nagging thing I've got going on in the background of my mind right now is I don't have a tractor with a front loader option. But let's not let minor details like that spoil our day, shall we? So I can't do anything that would require a front loader, which technically does also include pallets. I was going to get a workshop. Oh, great. Yeah, I wanted a workshop here as well, didn't I? I should have checked that up the top when I was up there. We'll do that. We'll use this one to gather up the bales. And it hitches up properly. Look at that. Look at that. It hitches properly. See? That's where it's supposed to go. Alright. Start that one up. Oh, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, happy Frithgar noises. That's what we're making. Happy Frithgar noises right now. We have lots of happy Frithgar noises. Oh, look at this. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I am so much more pleased it did with this than I was with the last one. Pleased it did is a word. I have said so. I have declared it. I've absolutely declared it. And let's bring you on round here. So I know I haven't mentioned it yet, and I've been debating with myself whether I should or I shouldn't. But as many of you know, and by the time this video goes live, the news is at least a week old. Yeah, at least a week old. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II passed away for me yesterday afternoon, and I've been debating whether or not I should say anything, because I do normally try not to mention anything to do with the real world in my videos, unless it's just anecdotes and interesting stories and things like that. And I try to stay away from anything else, but I do feel quite strongly about this. For a lot of us in the United Kingdom, it's something that we have been expecting. It's, well, not necessarily expecting, but it's not unexpected. Given her age and given her declining health recently, it's not something that's come as a surprise, but it's still something that is deeply and utterly saddening. It's something that has affected just about every single person I know in a way that even I'm surprised by just how much it has affected so many people. So I feel that her loss is something that this country feels so deeply, because nobody can really remember that there are very, very, very few people left who can even remember a time when Elizabeth wasn't alive. Even before she became next in line to the throne, she was there and a part of public life from her earliest moment. So she has been a part of the life of every single person in this country. Always been a part of our lives, and for most of us she has been queen for our entire lives. She has always been there, and it's a childish thing. It's a thing that we know is a childish thing, but the thing about the Queen was that she was just there, just this solid, dependable, reliable presence. Always, no matter what was going on in our lives, she was there and she was a part of our lives. Certainly not someone that you would go and, pop round and have a cup of tea with, but the Queen was always there and just present and solid and reliable, and if there was one thing you could always depend upon, it was the fact that she existed, just was there. And there's no small amount of national pride either. And now she's gone. And I feel I speak for a great many people in this country and also elsewhere in the world. That solid, dependable, reliable presence that has always been there, just the fact that that is now gone, there is somehow, inexplicably, a piece of us has gone as well, and that is the thing that saddens me, and I think I do speak for some other people at least, us. That's the thing that saddens us most, is that thing that was there, that presence, that wonderful, amazing person that has given so much for so long is now gone, and there's something that we will never get back. That is something that is just irrevocably lost forever. So, in conclusion, I think all I can say is, for those of you who do feel that same profound sense of loss that I'm experiencing right now, you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone, and I hope Her Majesty will be able to be at peace, will be able to find rest, and is reunited one way or another with her loved ones. I'm not here to discuss what happens next. Each person has got their own beliefs about what will happen next, and that's not a discussion we're going to have. But anyone here that is experiencing that same sense of grief and loss and sadness, you are absolutely not alone. But we need to get back to our baling. So anybody that decided to skip ahead, welcome back. We are finished with our baling, and all we need to do now is... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.